Hey, everybody, welcome to Grammar this week. We've got two things that we're learning. The very first thing that we're learning today is about the articles a and an. When I'm grading your writing, I see a lot of mistakes with a and an. So by the end of the week, what will you be able to do? You'll be able to use a and an correctly. And it's a very, very simple rule, but there is a rule to this. So when you use an when there's a vowel sound after it. So if you notice in the very first one, we have alligator and we hear the ah. That means we use the word an. You use a when there's a consonant sound after. So you have bear, b, so you have a. Now be careful. I didn't say use an when there's a vowel after it. I said use an when there's a vowel sound after it. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples of a word that begins with a consonant, but you would use the word an. And this is very, very important that you get this down because you kind of, after second grade, it doesn't look very smart to mix up the and the a. And they're called articles. And the reason that they're called articles is the only impact that they have in a sentence is to make it make sense. Okay, here's some examples. She was blank, clever girl who loved to read books. Okay, so I know that either a or an is going to go there. So I look at this word right here and I hear clever. So automatically I know that I would use the word a because clever begins with a consonant sound. She was a clever girl who loved to read books. Next one, I ate blank apple at school today. All right, so I look at this word right here and I hear ah. That means, therefore, I'm going to use the article an. I ate an apple at school today. All right, let's look at this one. Claudia needed blank umbrella to take to school. Okay, so I hear an a U sound. That means that I'm going to use the word an. Claudia needed an umbrella to take to school today. So the a comes before a consonant sound in the next word. An comes before a vowel sound in the next word. Now we'll go on and we'll see a few more examples of it. All right, so we have a book, a computer, a television, a football, a turkey. And if you notice, there's our consonant, a consonant, a consonant, a consonant, a consonant sound. B, k, t, f, t. So therefore we use the a word, or the a article, I should say. Let's look at them in a sentence now. Did you get a book at the library? I bought a computer before school started. I have a huge television. Juju caught a football in the game today. I'm going to cook a turkey for Thanksgiving. So it isn't, did you get an book at the library? I bought an computer. All of these words that come have the consonant sound. Now let's look when it's an. All right. An apple, an elephant, an igloo, an octopus, an umbrella. So we have a, I, a. So therefore we're going to use the article an. Let's look at it in a sentence now. Olive ate an apple for lunch yesterday. We saw an elephant walking down a trail in Africa. The Native American family built an igloo in Alaska. An octopus was swimming in the ocean. Bob needed an umbrella because it was raining hard today. So whenever you're using the articles a or an, you think, does the next word begin with a consonant sound or a vowel sound? Now let's look at some that kind of throw you off. So be very, very careful of these words. Not a lot of them, but they exist. The sound of the letter is important. The H can actually be silent at the beginning of some words, as in hour. So do you hear that? A house, you hear the H sound, but an hour, therefore, even though this begins with the H, you have to use the article an. Same way with this one. An uncle, but a university. So it sounds like a U, like not the short vowel sound, but a U. So therefore, I have to go a university. So be very, very careful of this. Now watch this. Billy was an honest boy because the H is silent. Hear that? Honest boy. We used to live in a house. Do you hear the? So therefore we use a. An umpire must wear a uniform to work. So we hear the U, the word U, so it's a. And these only happen in the U words. So if you hear the you're going to use the an. If you're going to hear the U, you're going to use the article a. Same way with this. It only happens in the H words. So if the H is silent, like honest, you use an. If the H makes a sound, you use a. And uncle of mine went to a university. So if you hear the U in a word that starts with a U, you're going to use the a. So be very careful, and they only happen in the H and the U words. All right, so that is it today with your articles. You've got probably a work page to do in one of your reader's notebooks, and I will talk to you tomorrow.